I'm Wilkie Black, and the producer for the Macaroni Project, and I'm sitting here with the director, Dan Nichols.
Yo.
Sabrina made the animation again for us this year. Thank you, Sabrina.
That's my son, McKinley Martin Nichols, 2.5. This scene is Corey essentially just doing her regular day stuff, got out of the shower, finishing her laundry, gets her clothes out of the dryer, and this man thing crawls out of the dryer for some unknown reason. And I wanted to create some suspense here with the music. Well, we wrote it's coming out of the dryer scenes before we really realized how hard it was to get somebody into a dryer. So, you know, after the script was pretty much written, Steven's trying to get in dryers at his house and he can't fit, and Kara said that we could fit somebody in her dryer because it was big, but her dryer ended up being about the exact same size as mine, and it's just hard to fit somebody in there. So thankfully we had Steven, who was spry enough to crawl in almost all the way. We went into this year and we wanted to make it more like a movie with a lot more cutaways, a lot more drop-in shots, so we could, you know, extend scenes, create drama, create comedy by adding more scenes to the shot, or more shots to the scene. Dave Renner was a big part of that, making sure that we got everything we needed. We thought we were going to be kind of on the short end this year of 4 minutes, so we shot the hell out of every scene. In case we needed to, we could always stretch them out. This is Steven. He did a great job of being a creepy, sick, twisted little gnome. A fetish for socks.
I really need your socks.
Struggle, struggle, let go. Steven only had a couple lines in this movie, so I let him read the prologue here. You never really heard his real voice, so you don't know that it's Steven reading this. This was, his prologue was a collaborative effort, the entire writing team, and it came off pretty funny.
And the prologue kind of throws the audience off. It makes the audience believe
we're going to go a different direction. Yeah.
Right.
I hear the title, Missing Mate, The Ballad of Hecubus. The original title was thought up by Dave Haddock, called Clean and Jerk, which I thought was absolutely hilarious. But in the end, we decided that that might be a little too much for the audience, and we kind of toned it back a little bit and added the Ballad of Hecubus kind of underneath to make it more of a fantasy-sounding name. There's Jeannie listening to no music, and Elizabeth, who's the first year of the Macaroni Project. She did a great job of playing a hard-nosed bitch.
We brought the audio down in this scene when she pulled her speaker out of her ear to give you the illusion that you're listening to it through headphones, as if you were losing it from one ear.
Now, she had to be a night shift worker, and we had to shoot during the day, so we threw that line of dialogue in to where she's coming off the tail end of a double shift. This is 95 degrees on the shoot day. It's really hot, and that was one of the keys going in. I did not want to shoot outside. I didn't want to put the crew or the cast through that. The costumes are all, I honestly don't know where half the stuff came from. I know the hat for the gnome, the pink hat right there, came from Kara. Why she has that, I do not know. But he's just basically wearing a pair of knickers and some loafers. And I mean, we had absolutely no budget on this. We didn't spend a dime on any of the costumes or props or anything. We already all had them, which made it really nice. And Mac here with this black tutu and white tights. First thing I did when we figured out we're going this direction and figured out Mac was going to be the Lost Sock Fairy was I called Mac and asked him if he was willing to wear a tutu. He kind of paused a little bit and said, "Yeah, anything for the team." Don't blink. He did it like 3 times. I said, "You cannot. Don't blink. It'll be a lot more effective." A million-mile stare is what I told him. He's looking right at Pete. I said, "Look at Pete and do it." So poor Pete had to sit there and get stared down.
Look, you
So
can't
here's the Mac's big diatribe. This is his moment in the sun. I tell you, he takes it to the top, man, every time. So every time you see cutaways and close-ups and wides and all that stuff, it's one camera. Just reset, shoot it, reset, shoot it.
Your little ass back to the planet Borcolo. All this madness ends.
This scene worked out well, where he jumps back into the dryer. It's pretty seamless. That was one shot, there's a second shot, and then Matt comes up here, grabs it, and there's the third shot. This was a split screen where we shot them together, then Mac ran out of the shot, we kept rolling on it, and then we took the spot where Mac was not in the shot and dissolved him out. And then we sprinkled in a little particle illusion fairy dust on top to kind of add a little magical effect. Here's Corey, she did a great job. She had 2 scenes. There's the sock, there's the other half of the sock. I was overexposed on purpose because I wanted to get the sense of a very angelic, higher power kind of appearance. We actually originally had all the guys that were in the crew and the cast do the angelic sounds, but it ended up being way too loud and overmodulated, so we ended up using some non-licensed Adobe Audition choir sounds for this part. And here's the money shot. And the hardest part of this was getting the sock to stand upright, stand erect. And it took about the third take. And I told Steve just to look up and giggle and, and fantasize about a room full of socks. And he did a great job. Great physical comedy on his face. He did a great job.
Sick little son of a bitch.
Nope, and there he is. Catches him. Doing you-know-what to the sock. Gives it to Corey. Tells her she needs to clean it. She had a whole look of horror and realization, and she drops it in disgust.
Been around the world and back again, and I know I've nothing to lose. I'll just world is live on the shoulders, all this weight, all having to do. But you've been around me, girl, and you've taught me a thing or two. Time will pass and nothing lasts, so we're just taking it a day at a time. We'll just take it a day at a time. We'll just take it a day at a time.